Jackbox games. You played it or you have heard of it. It has done well to do 8 different packs. I myself have played 39 of the 40 Jackbox games that are out right now. I only haven't played Drawful 1 since it's an old pack and I have no friends who play with me for that pack. Other than that, here are 3 tips or tricks that I have found within the Jackbox games that could be helpful for you when you play it yourself. Before we get into it, consider subscribing. I don't upload much, but subscribing will help you know when I upload again. Also, I'm trying to get 100 subs by the end of the year, and you subscribing can help me out a lot. Now let's get into it. The first tip is Bidiots, a pack 2 game, a party pack 2 game. This tip will more likely be so to make your friends confused about what they are doing than actually benefiting you at the long run. Basically, this tip is that you can draw before the timer is shown, as demonstrated.
Regardless, before we get started, we'll need some art to auction off. If you look at your device, you'll see I've securely transmitted the title of an art piece I'll need you to draw. Draw a piece of art with your device that would have that title as quickly and as accurately as you can, while also giving it that ineffable something that elevates it to being a price, and all of your art is in. Cracking.
Doing this can be somewhat confusing to your friends, but can also show them that you know a little more about the game than them. And since you know more about the game than them, then it will be much easier for you to play. Next game. The next Jackbox game is Trivia Murder Party 2 in the Jackbox Party Pack 6. This is a well-known game and is currently being redone into the Jackbox Starter Pack within a week. But enough about that. Let's get into the tip. In the minigame pegs, if you go all the way to the left, you will always land on 4. But if you go all the way to the right, you will always land on 5. Now this is very, very well known, but even though it is well known, there is such a problem because there's a lack of communication in that minigame. And since there's a lack of communication for which side people are going to pick for the death zones, it usually leaves the other spots open. And since more spots are open, you can just go for that. So it's kind of rare for everyone to cover one death zone rather than a bunch of people covering a bunch of death zones. So as long as there's no communication, you should be fine. The final Jackbox tip goes to the Jackbox game of Push the Button, also in the Jackbox Party Pack 6. Push the Button is basically Among Us. Like 50% of what you do is in Among Us is also done in Push the Button. Now let's get onto the fact. If everyone presses the hurry button at the bottom left of their screen, the current task will be skipped. This can be helpful when there's less people, but it can also be good and bad. Let's start off with the good. Let's start off with good. This tactic can be good if it's a full player game for Push the Button, and if you're doing bio scanner, you can convince everyone to use their hurry button, and if everyone uses their hurry button, then that means the bio scanner task is skipped, which is good. However, this can be bad because if there's less time, everyone's mindset will be on a panic state, just doing whatever they can to just get the game over with. And since it's on a panic state, if you go to a task such as a writing pod, which is a quick one, with 1 minute left on a timer, you will then be on a time crunch, and if everyone presses hurry but you, and before you write your answer, you press hurry, you're going to have no answer, and you're going to do a losing game for whichever side you're on. Because if you're on the humans and you have no answer, everyone's going to believe that you're an alien, and if you're an alien and you do your answer, then you're just going to still be an alien. So it's just a lose-lose no matter which side you're on. So this can be good, but it can also be bad. And with all that, thank you for watching. You all have an amazing day. Please consider subscribing as I'm trying to get to 100 subs by the end of the year. Thank you and have a good day.